What's up, YouTube fam? This is your girl, Mrs. Tony Two Times, and we back with another video. Let's hear from tonight's sponsor, and then we'll jump right into it. This video is brought to you by Cool Green Clothing. Cool Green Clothing is a Baltimore-based clothing line that started back in 2018 and has been growing strong ever since. Make sure you follow Cool Green Clothing on Facebook and IG at Cool Green Clothing, and check out their website, coolgreenclothing.com, where you can find the latest cool green fashions and hats, women's apparel, and the latest men's collection. Remember, if you ain't coolin' and getting the green, you're in the way.
Yeah, shout out my nigga Cool Green on the fit though. Got me drippy, you heard?
Oh man, check out my man, yo, you feel me? Yo, be getting me right, you feel me? Big clothing for real, you feel me? Come with everything for real, I'm grabbing everything from my man, yo, you feel me? Shout out to my man, yo, you feel me? Support, you heard? Yes, sir.
Cool Green right here, Sadie. Cool Green, you already know downtown Balitmored, that's where we at. You already know representing New York, Harlem shit right here, uptown. But we downtown right now. You see that? My man, yo, come and get my man Cool Green. Rock it, you see it. I'm gonna make it look good for niggas to get. Daddy, sales is going up today because of the Cool Greens.
And I'm telling you, follow Cool Green Clothing. It's so important for us to support our entrepreneurs. There's so much talent in Baltimore. And as a creative entrepreneur myself, I know how hard it is. And I love to see just people going out there and going for their dreams. So let's get it. Bless up.
Just a quick shout out before we get started to all the loyal supporters and subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all that you do, taking your time out to watch these videos. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you do so. What are you waiting for? Tap that notification bell. Leave us a comment down below and let us know what you think. Hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. Let's jump right in. A former bail bondsman, Donald Stepp, who was sentenced to 5 years on drug charges, is now home. He served a little over 2 years and was granted compassionate release. He was the Fed's star witness at the trial of the Baltimore Police's Gun Trace Task Force. Not only did he reveal that the officers on the task force were stealing money, but he also told jurors how he and Sergeant Wayne Jenkins committed burglaries and sold the narcotics the officers were taking off the streets. Donald Stepp had hard proof, photos and videos that were taken over the years. He even had an Amazon receipt for a burglar's toolkit found in Jenkins' van. If you haven't watched the video of the G.T.T.F, please check it out. The link should pop up somewhere in the video or down below in the description box. The task force caused over 300 cases to be dismissed due to their corruption in the streets. Now, since his release, Donald Stepp now has more to say. Stepp is adding new details about the crimes, attitudes, and the behind-the-scenes recklessness of the corrupt cops who brought to a standstill the agency's attempt to prove that it was reforming, especially after what happened to Freddie Gray. Stepp grew up in Middle River, where he was friends with G.T.T.F leader Wayne Jenkins' older brother. He says he started dealing narcotics when he was just 9 years old, selling grass at a pool hall where he worked. After getting some criminal convictions, Stepp vowed to be on the right side of the law and started to work in the mortgage industry and then bail bonds. His former business was named Double O Bail Bonds, but he had such a lucrative connect, he continued to sell drugs. Him and Jenkins started their partnership after a card game in 2012, when Jenkins asked if Stepp knew how to move large amounts of girl. Jenkins would bring him the large amounts of narcotics he would seize off the streets. Stepp said Jenkins even went as far as to bring him bags of looted pharmaceuticals he'd grabbed during the 2015 uprising. Can you believe they were so worried about the citizens, they didn't even peep the cops? Anyway, Stepp is now frustrated that the G.T.T.F leader, Wayne Jenkins, and other G.T.T.F officers, including Daniel Herschel, continue to insist that the charges against them are trumped up charges and they're innocent. Stepp said that they are in complete denial and need to man up and do their time. He said that their denial shows the type of pathological liars they are. To me personally, they sound more like sociopaths than anything, to think that they can do what they did and just get away with it. The former bail bondsman said that the public still doesn't know the depth of how deceitful and dangerous Jenkins was. Stepp shared a letter from Jenkins that was sent to him while he was incarcerated and before he was charged, in which Jenkins appears to try to cover his tracks. Stepp also added that anything that he was around needs to be reinvestigated. He said that to Jenkins, every investigation was a potential robbery. He embellished everything he did on the streets, Stepp said. Stepp even showed reporters pictures of him and Jenkins meeting the plug in the DR, partying it up, living the lavish lifestyle. With Jenkins, he made all profit, swiped the streets of Baltimore, and resold it in the suburbs of Baltimore County. Stepp showed even more pictures of him and Jenkins living it up in Baltimore and at other big events like the Super Bowl. However, the good life and the partying wasn't all that he photographed. He also got their misdeeds. His phone ended up being the gold mine of evidence for the feds. It showed a lot. Many would ask, why would he take pictures? He said he was very cautious about the officer. He was breadcrumbing Jenkins the whole time, he said. In a never-before-seen video, Stepp sits in the passenger seat of a vehicle with Jenkins while they stalk and surveil a home. On the recording, Stepp was heard saying that he planned on eating lobster that night. In another video from 2016, he films around Jenkins' office in the Baltimore Police Department headquarters, saying, "This is Jinky Jink's office." A photo from the following month showed them outside a Canton apartment building where officers stole an expensive handbag from the home. Stepp says he was also waiting for Jenkins to toss narcotics off the balcony to him. While Stepp and his phone was full of incriminating evidence that may have been the final blow that brought Jenkins down, Stepp himself didn't come forward on his own. He was still dealing and was busted in a targeted investigation. Stepp believed that Jenkins was actually the one telling on him to the government. Stepp said there's so much more to the story, but he only goes into detail on what is already known about Jenkins. He didn't share any stories that may implicate others who were not charged. He also went on social media saying that the G.T.T.F conspiracy went higher than Jenkins. He referred to a former top official as something like a mafia boss. He said that he doesn't have anything to really tie leadership to Jenkins' crimes, but he believes that they were complicit for being in charge at the time. Jenkins even attempted to cooperate with the feds, but was deemed manipulative and deceitful. Stepp said he knew that Jenkins was lying so many times, but his greed kept him there. Donald Stepp says he knows the government knows more than has been revealed. Although many of those close to Stepp want him to move on, Stepp is eager to talk about the case that rocked the city and put him in headlines because it irks him that Jenkins and other officers are still trying to convince people they did nothing wrong. In addition to his testimony, Stepp wants it to be clear that he is thankful for the government's efforts. He said they saved his life. Donald Stepp has promised to change before, but he said now he makes plans to make good on that promise. He plans to take a job as a counselor. He said he hopes to start a federal prison consulting business, helping people to navigate the system. Stepp said that God saved him, and God has his hand in this. This is the beginning of a redemption story, Stepp said. Wow, y'all, that's a lot of details dropped by Donald Stepp. I hope his road to redemption works out for him. Tell me what you guys think of this addition to the BPD Gun Trace Task Force story. Should Stepp move on, or should he keep speaking on the issue? Tell me what you think in the comments. Would he be considered a rat or not? Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Share this video with everyone you know. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Be sure to turn on your notifications so that you can stay up to date with new uploads. Thank you to all the loyal supporters. This your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, holding it down, and I'm out.